Tea, love. Here, have a banana. Nom, 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 nom.
Okay, so before we get started, I just want to say a huge thank you to Smallrig for sponsoring this video and for providing me with this RC60B light. They've got no input into this content, they're not seeing it before you, no money has exchanged hands, and all opinions are my own. Now, I use lights in one of two ways when I'm making these YouTube videos. It's either out in the wild, in the middle of nowhere, or in here at my house where space is quite limited. So small, powerful, rechargeable lights are my go-to. These three things means that I can carry them around without issue pretty much anywhere I like without the concerns of external power like V-mount batteries and clamps and all these other things. So it makes the footprint very small and therefore less of a chore to carry around. At home in my small limited space, I can put this on a lightweight stand, just get it out of the way. There's not going to be any wires trailing around all over the place, and it just makes things a lot neater and a lot safer. Alright then, with that out of the way, let's have a look around this thing. Alright, so on the back here, we've not got a lot going on. We have the power switch, a USB-C input for charging, and the eco mode button. Now around the side we have these two dials, one to control the intensity of the light and the other to control the colour temperature. We also have this button down here to switch between regular mode and the special effects modes. Now, these special effects modes consist of everything that you would expect, your bonfire, your flashing broken bulb, fireworks, etc, etc. Now these dials have a dual function when you're in this mode. They not only change the intensity and the colour temperature of your effects, but also the effect itself and the frequency of the effect. So you can get some quite customizable looks using this setting. Now back in the regular modes, if you simply press these buttons in, they have multiple presets, 33, 66 and 100% intensity. And with colour temperature you get your 3200, 4300 and 5600 presets. Now this light comes in this very nicely padded bag, so everything's kept nice and safe. And this thing's actually pretty small as well, which is great for carrying around, out and about. Alright, so you get the light, you get the S-mount reflector, and you get this cool handle for manual operation, which is always nice. You get the light stand mount adapter, which has the shoot-through umbrella hole there. You get a 3-meter USB-C to USB-C charging cable, and you also get a 20-centimeter USB-C to USB-C cable. And this nice little clamp which sits on the back of your lights to keep you powered on the go, which leads us into the power of this light. Now, as the name suggests, this is a 60-watt cob LED light, and it has an internal 3400 mAh battery, which will give you about 45 minutes of runtime at 100%, but in eco mode it will give you about 75 minutes of runtime, but it does reduce the maximum output to 60%. Now for my use for these videos, when I'm lighting myself with a softbox like that, it's about a meter away. It's got 2 layers of diffusion, but I rarely have to take the light above about 40%, which is going to give me significantly longer than that listed 45 minutes of runtime. Now, rather than go through the entire data sheet for this light, and we'll be here all day, and you will forget most of what I've said anyway, I'm just going to put it on the screen here right now. And that way you can pause the video, take a screenshot, and have it as a reference for comparison later. Now, if you're going to be needing this thing to run at full power for longer than 45 minutes, this is where that power bank clamp comes in. You simply take your power bank of choice, put it in that clamp, and have this thing running pretty much for as long as you want. All right, so what do I think of this light? For me, it ticks a lot of boxes. There was one, I was a little bit concerned with the fan noise initially, because the second you turn this thing on, the fan kicks in, even at the lowest setting. So this is the fan noise as it is in regular mode. Don't know if that's picking up. That noise. When you kick it into eco mode, it does reduce that noise from 26 decibels to 23 decibels, which is obviously significantly quieter. Don't know if you can even hear that. But the thing is, once it's up there on a light stand and you've got your softbox between it and you don't hear a thing on the microphone, so it's totally fine. So to finish up, I think we can safely say that the most important feature of this light is the fact that it looks like a robot. A really cool robot. Again, I just want to say a big thank you to Smallrig for sending this out, and I want to say thank you to you for watching. If you are interested in this light, there is a link in the description below. All right then, I'll see you in the next one. It's so wet.